Can gambling make you rich? Is there really a fast way to make massive fortunes? The idea of making money through gambling, is it more wishful thinking than a dependable financial plan? Let's face it, when you hear a story of someone winning the lottery or earning a big jackpot in the casino, it might be tempted for you to go out there and try it yourself. And that's why I made this video to show you that the casinos and the lottery boards, they don't really have your interests at heart. I'm also going to talk about the difference between a professional gambler and a normal gambler, and I'm going to show you some tragic stories of some professional gamblers who lost all their fortunes. And then finally I'm going to show you a few tips on how you can build wealth without even buying a lottery ticket or visiting the casinos. My name is Rupesh and welcome to this channel, Passive Income for All. It's all about helping you to find the best ways to making money online. So let's get started. Why you should not trust casinos and the lottery? Well, first of all, let's talk about casinos. Casinos is a business, and the purpose of any business, in order for it to survive, is to make a profit. And that means that the odds are going to be tilted in favor of the house. You might be playing, you might be thinking that you've got an edge and you're winning, but at the end of the day, imagine if everybody were just winning jackpots left, right and center at casinos. They're going to go out of business. So what I'm saying is that the casino games are mathematically designed to be in favor of the house. And when you come to lotteries, now your chances of winning the lottery is infinitely small. You actually got a better chance of maybe having an encounter with a bear or becoming an astronaut or even be struck by lightning. So now I want to talk to you about a professional gambler versus the average gambler. Is it really worth your while to go on the professional route? Okay, so now let's talk about professional gamblers versus your casual enthusiasts. Is there a distinction? And there actually is. With the pros, they will focus more on games where skill can tilt the odds in their favor. And these are games like poker or like sports betting. In fact, you'll often find the professional gamblers studying the odds, honing on strategies, and having a certain level of discipline when it comes through punting. And even achieving wealth this way through gambling as a professional can be a challenge because they need a certain level of dedication and discipline, and it actually resembles like a full-time job. Now, I want to bring your attention to some professional gamblers who achieve success, but after that it ended up in tragic ends. So check this out. Right, so here we are at my website, rupeshgovan.com. This is where I write all my blog posts, articles, and how you can get started in the world of online business. So feel free to check it out. So over here, we've got the real life stories of regretful professionals. The first story is of Archie Karas. Now, he's nicknamed the Greek. Karas is a gambling enigma. He famously turned $50 into a staggering $40 million in Vegas blackjack, only to lose it all and more due to reckless bets and a penchant for high-stakes games. And his story highlights the fickle nature of gambling success and the importance of risk management. I mean, imagine from $50 to $40 million. That's a lot of money. And then the other one is Stu Unga, another poker legend. Unga battled drug addiction alongside his gambling career. That's another thing to also watch out for. Gambling addiction and you get drug addiction, very not good combination. He amassed and lost millions multiple times, ultimately succumbing to an overdose at the age of 37. His story is a tragic reminder of the dark side of the professional gambling world and the potential for self-destruction. And I wrote that these are just two of the examples because there's many other stories that we don't hear about, and not all professional gamblers end up in ruin. However, these stories will serve as valuable lessons about the potential risk and the importance of exercising responsible gambling practices, or regardless of whether you're casual or seasonal pro. Now, one of the most common questions people will ask, okay, so now if everything is in favor of the house, and why do people still gamble? And the answer is simple. It's because of that what if, or you can win the jackpot, or there's that whole social environment thing going on, there's that whole entertainment factor. It's all rolled into one. And even though it's not a path to sustainable wealth creation, there's a lot of people who enjoy it as a pastime, as long as they approach it with some caution and some level of awareness, and that's the reason why folks still do it. Now, is there a secret strategy or a way where folks can outsmart the casinos? The truth is, there is no guaranteed path to reach it. Certain games, they do allow for the use of skill and strategy, and this is like for poker, for instance. Unlike purely luck-based games, poker is a game where there's skill, there's experience, and psychological acumen can give you the edge. But remember, you're still going to go against other players. And then another uh, sports betting is another area where knowledge and analysis can improve the chances of winning. And if you're understanding the strategies, the player performance, and other variables, it is crucial. However, here comes a tough love part. And then I wrote there that there's no strategy that actually guarantees success. And I want to share with you a story, a personal story of mine, where I went into the world of gambling. Okay, so this happened a few years back. So what happened is my job as a health professional was threatened, where I had a severe hearing condition, and things were really tough at that time, and I found things really hard. So out of desperation, I decided, let me start doing betting on horses, horse racing, gambling. And I actually went to the point where for an entire year I studied the race form guides, and I placed bets on horses. I listened to people. I even signed up with some tipsters and what have you. But at the end of the day, it was an extremely hard lesson to learn because I lost my money. But more importantly, I lost a lot of my valuable time. And I learned from that point onwards that, gambling is definitely not the right way going forward. Now, speaking of going forward, are there alternatives? And as I promised you in the beginning of this video, I'm going to show you some pathways that you can take where you don't have to buy a lottery ticket or rely on the casinos. I'm going to let you in on a secret. Consistent wins really does come from a lucky bet. In fact, diversified income streams have been proven to be one of the best ways to acquire wealth over time. And if you want to actually build a sturdy financial future, then learn or focus on acquiring assets that will actually improve in value or build a profit over time, like stocks or real estate. But one of my favorite ways of actually building yourself a steady income is by investing in yourself, by having that education and learning on how to build yourself an online business. And in this way, you actually have much more control of all the factors, and it's not really that expensive to get started with. And once you know all of the mechanics, the skills, and the knowledge of what works online, and the best part is you can do it while you have other commitments, and it's simply a matter of just scaling it up. Don't you think that's a better way of getting started, where you have control over things instead of relying on external factors? And in this way, you're building yourself a good fortress where you are protected, and you and your family can have a legacy going forward. So if you would like to learn on how you can get started with building your very own online business, then feel free to check out my number one recommendation by simply clicking on the link that is in the video description. There is a free starter account. You can check it out, and if you're happy, you can always commit to one of the paid plans. Well, that concludes my video on Can Gambling Make You Rich? I hope that it has helped you, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I'm looking forward to checking out in the next video. So if you found this channel and this video helpful, go ahead and subscribe so that we can chat in my next video. Remember, the best bet is betting on yourself. Goodbye.